Good morning. It is Saturday morning, March the 28th, and I'm going to start outside on this, outside of the backyard by the south side gate to, the traffic is so loud behind me, and I am going to invest in a mic here pretty soon, but I'm going to give you a little walkthrough tour of my plans for the garden. So I'm going to start out here. I'm not sure if I'm going to move the tulip tree yet. I really am not sure, because I love it and it really loves this spot, but it's right in kind of the pathway. I've gone around it, as you can kind of see the little footpath, but I don't know if I want to keep it right there, but we will see. Over here on this side, I want to put three three Nature's crepe myrtles to kind of grow up and shade this area and give some pretty white blooms. That's all I'm absolutely sure about in this area. I don't know if I want to leave just a footpath or if I want to add some sort of walkway. Over here, this area gets a lot of shade, not really a whole bunch of sun. So I think camellias or something else. I can't remember what the other plant was that was recommended by my master gardener friend, but I think I'm going to do camellias over here in this spot. And now let's go through the gate over here. Gardenias. That's the other plant that she said would do well by the shed. Camellias or gardenias. Now we're on this side of the fence. Let me back up a little bit. And you can see I still have a ladder back here and some scrap lumber I listed on Marketplace. I'm not sure if anyone will pick it up. But over here, I would love some little just fluffy, unshorn boxwoods on either side of this gate. I told my gardener friend that, and she said that dwarf yew ponds do better in our area than boxwoods. And they're really easy maintenance. They need to be shorn probably once a year. So I'm going to look into doing that. Over here, the next plant that hopefully will go in is a red oak tree. Right there, a Shumard oak tree. This tree is going to need to come out in about 5 years, Pam said. Because it's just a very, it's just like a weed tree, very flimsy, not very strong. So I need to go ahead and plant something that's going to replace that eventually. I would also love to put star jasmine somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I think over here, but it would probably be better to put it in a place that needs the privacy screen. So maybe on this fence or on that fence over on that side. Coming around down over here, I do want to put a little fence around the AC so that you can't see it, so it's blocked off. And then around this tree is going to be a bed of hostas. Hopefully, eventually, I have one little Minuteman hosta over there, so I hope to add some more. And we're just going to go around this way, so Shumard oak over there, and all on this side is going to be a small orchard. I would have loved apples, but apples need a pretty good cold period, and we do not get that where I live. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 peaches and 2 pears. A lot of people that I know have peach trees, and I grew up next to a pear orchard, so I have experienced those trees doing well. So that's the kind of trees I'm going to put over here. I want to do 4 altogether. And then back here, the original plan was a greenhouse. And my friend Pam said, "Megan, have you ever been in a greenhouse in Texas?" And I said, "Well, no." And she said, "Well, you would only be able to use it about 1 month out of the year, because the rest of the year it is just too hot. It magnifies it in there, and it gets so hot, and it just bakes everything." And, you know, now that I think about it, every greenhouse that I've seen, or every hoop house that I've seen, aside from a garden center in Texas, it has been left there and unused and just a bunch of dying stuff in it because it just gets way too hot in there. So instead of a greenhouse in this area, I'm going to do a flower shed right here. Yeah, and that's all that I know that I want to do in that area. Just kind of, I'm sure the vision will grow as I get more things in. Over here beside the flower shed, I want a swing set. and not a bench swing, like an actual couple of swings. And I've been looking on Marketplace for that, so hopefully I'll get that here pretty quick. Over here, I would love to do a trio of pine trees because pine trees are my favorite tree. There are some over there outside of the fence, which I love to look at, get that borrowed view. But I do want my own over here. And then all the way over to this side, right up against this juniper branch, is going to be the chicken coop eventually. And I do want to go ahead and put a bird bath back here. I think this would be the prettiest spot for a little concrete bird bath. And there is a bird's nest over in here. I looked yesterday. I took my phone and I put my phone up there because I can't really see into the nest. And there are no eggs in it. I have seen some birds flying around this tree and flying to that nest area. But it looks like it's not used right now. But I will wait until the summer, until after all the baby birds hatch and everything, before I go ahead and take it out, because I'm not entirely sure if it's empty. Over here on this side of the double gate that I have, I do want to do something screening, just a little bit of screening, and then also more screening over here. I'm thinking about doing a leyland cypress right here, and maybe just a couple of other trees, maybe one other evergreen tree, and then a deciduous tree over there. I would love a shumard oak. That's my favorite, not a shumard oak, a sycamore. That's my favorite kind of tree. So I would love at least one around my house. And then here is the other 4-foot gate on the other side. And on the other side of this gate, I plan to have a carport. And then in the front of the house, going all across the length of the house in the front, I want a screened-in porch going 8 feet from the house. So that's the plan for the front of the house. Over here, I want some kind of small tree. I would really love a weeping cherry. I don't know how well that would do in this area, but backup plan is a Japanese maple because I have seen those do well. And then just another shade garden over in this area, maybe some hostas and hellebores, things like that. And then over here along the side of the house, the man who helped me build my fence is going to, he is so sweet, and he has just offered to help me with so many things. And he's offered with plumbing and with electric. And so I asked him if he would be able to configure this, this poorly done job that's my washing machine water coming out, if he would be able to help me make that into drip irrigation for the raised bed, or the garden bed that I want to do along the house. And he said that's very possible, and he'd be able to do that in the future, not exactly right now, but eventually. That is what I hope to do with that little contraption right there. Over here, this is kind of going to stay the same, just a little spot for the garbage bin. And I have to keep this area right here open because that's where the sewage access is, to empty that out. Off of this back door, there's going to be a deck that goes 8 feet out and then 13 feet across. And it's not going to be screened in. It's just going to be a covered deck back here. And on the right side of that deck is going to be a garden. This gets full afternoon sun, so roses are going to be over here for sure. Not sure what other plants I want, but I know that I want roses over there. Knockout roses are the ones that do really well for us. And then right here, I want to do a wishing well, a brick wishing well with a little hut, the little roof made out of cedar shakes. And I do want to, those over the windows, I don't know if you can see them right now, but over the windows on this side, there are little aluminum covers for the windows. And this summer, one of my projects, I want to be taking those off and making wooden ones that have cedar shakes to kind of match what I want to do with the wishing well back here. So that's my plan for that area, and the final area is smack in the middle over here is going to be my raised bed vegetable garden, and that is actually going to get started tomorrow. I found a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace for stacked stone, $125 for one pallet. That weighs about 3,500 pounds. So I was gonna borrow a trailer and go get it, and I had some trouble getting a trailer procured, and so I sent out an email to my coworkers asking if anyone had a trailer I could borrow, and one of my coworkers' husbands offered to just drive down and pick it up himself. So he's going to be driving 2 hours out of the kindness of his heart tomorrow to pick up and hand load like 4.5 tons of stone for me to make some raised beds over here with stacked stone. So I'm really excited about that project. Hopefully that's what the next video is going to be. And hopefully you are excited as I am about seeing this vision come to reality. I'm so excited. And I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace for more deals like that. I found some free brick. Not sure if I'm going to be able to go get it because I haven't heard back yet. I'm looking for a bistro set to go right here under this branch. I'm also looking for the bird bath that I said that I wanted under this little tree, and the swings that I wanted to go over here. So things are really exciting right now. Now that I have this space, I get to start filling it up. And I'm trying to focus on my hardscape and my trees before I focus on any plants. So that's what the next few months are going to be about. Anyway, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one if you watch the next one. Bye!